Well, actually, it's a very interesting term because before coming here, I didn't engage with the term so much because, as you know, it often in scholarship it comes up in the context of religious studies. But of course, in the humanities, including in my field, history of art and architecture, we also talk about the apocalypse when we encounter extreme misuse of natural resources and the Anthropocene, of course. And so my interest lies in the latter, which is to understand how the abuse of natural resources and the remodeling of the management of the natural resources in the modern world, which has resulted in new ways of building, new ways of creating architecture, has also negatively impacted the environment.
Apocalypse means renewal, it means destruction, but also space so that another world can emerge. So it's an end and a beginning at the same time. Apocalypse also means a temporal breach, a moment of rapture, but it can also happen many times, and it can also happen in different times. I think that we are currently going through several apocalypses, even though it's not happening in our space and time.
So I work on Pacific studies, and the Pacific is often associated with paradise on Earth. You have this classic image of the island paradise. This completely masks the reality of life in the Pacific Ocean, which is the site where all Western nations that have a nuclear bomb tested their most dangerous nuclear and thermonuclear weapons. The US in the Marshall Islands and Kalama Atoll and Kirimas, Great Britain in Australia and Kirimas again, and France first in Algeria and then in Moruroa and Fangataufa in French-occupied Polynesia. So this was pushed aside in the margins of well-known history, the same way that the Pacific Ocean is cut in half and pushed aside in most maps of the world. So for me, the apocalypse, the post-apocalypse really, when we talk about the Pacific, is making visible again, revalorizing the narratives of the survivors of this nuclear apocalypse to counteract the widely spread official discourse that still sees the Pacific as paradise on Earth.